Hi guys and welcome back. Cameron Love, aspiring actor here. And we're going to be getting through the next 3 episodes of Season 3, Episode 4, 5, and 6. And there's so many... Everybody's changed from... I mean, can you blame them after everything that's happened? The only person that hasn't really changed is Marie. Let's be real. Just thinking back at like the first season and this journey that we've been on so far and how everybody is just like, they're not the same. No matter how much Walter wants to go back to how life was before, it's not going to go back. The damage has been done. There is no saying I'm out and then hitting the reset button. Walter's changing whether he likes it or not. I don't know if he was aware of this, but subconsciously he's like adapting traits from people that, you know, he's met. When he's cutting up that sandwich, I was like, this is a little strange. Why is he doing that? Why are they spending this time dedicated to the shot of him slicing up a sandwich? And I'm like, that's what Crazy 8 did. Crazy 8 cuts the crust off of his sandwich. You know, he was kind of mesmerized while he was cutting it. It's either OCD he has, and he wants it to be perfectly, like... You know, it was actually kind of making me furious because I like the crust on my sandwiches, and he's just like cutting off all of it. There's like only a third of the sandwich left. It's like, you better not throw that out. Okay, so let's explore this idea of Walter picking up traits from like all these drug lords or just like bad people that he meets along the way. So he's already got Crazy 8's habit of cutting the crust off of his sandwiches. But, you know, what else? Tuco. Let's see. Tuco, he had a habit of testing his products. That'll be interesting. I expect Walter to one of these days, like, actually try his product and just, like, Jesse's tried it. So I want to know if Walter's ever going to try it himself. It's like, everybody wants this thing that I make. What's the big deal? Oh, okay. And then he sees like 2 biker guys coming up to his house with a grenade and a machete. Like Jesse did that one time. But like, what else does Tuco have? Tuco has a Bowie knife that he uses to intimidate people. Walter might get a Bowie knife. Or he might use a plate. Just break a plate in half, and then he's going to be testing his product by putting it on the side of a broken plate. You know, what else does Tuco? Okay, Tuco goes ballistic. When people insult his intelligence. Maybe Walter, like, he's already kind of done that with the cop, right, before he got maced. So maybe he's already, some of Tuco's traits has already seeped into his subconscious. Who else is there? Emilio, loud music. That's the only thing that I can think of. Maybe smoking. Well, he's got lung cancer, but he did smoke that cigar that one time. He's like, Hank, I already have lung cancer, so he could take up smoking. Gustavo, maybe nobody will be able to read him. Like he'll have just like that face, that stone like face that it just won't move, even if you're threatening him. If he's got good news, he's not even going to flinch. You won't even be able to read him. Or like, he'll maybe the control aspect of Gustavo. I don't know. This is interesting. Then there's Tio. You guys know I'm joking, right? With the bell. I like the bell. I like the bell. I think the bell is so great. I really like the bell. Is he joking? I don't know. No, but like seriously, I think the bell's genius. Maybe Walter will bring a bell with him. Instead of answering, he'll have that stone face. He won't even say anything. His face is just going to be frozen. Nobody's going to tell if he's happy or if he's pissed off or whatever. He's just going to have a bell in his pocket. Ding! A Bowie knife or a plate behind a desk. Weighing, testing the clarity and like how, perfect his product is. Oh man, the sky's the limit right now. Maybe Walter will pick up some habits and traits from Skylar, I mean, now that Walter knows that Skylar's cheating on him with Ted, Walter wants to go on pretending that he's in a happy marriage. We're in a happy marriage. I'm in a happy marriage. He still wants to put on the facade that, like, oh, everything's fine. I told Skylar, I told Skylar everything. I was finally honest with her after 10 months of lying, putting her through a nightmare, putting his entire family through a nightmare. And then I'm not just talking about chemotherapy, but like all of his like secrets and like shady secret life, you know, disappearing for days on end and just like putting everybody through their wits' end. Can you blame them for changing? Jesus. And it's really messed up because Walter wasn't like blissfully unaware of what he was doing to his family. He knew full well what he was putting his family through. That's why he wanted to like dip as soon as possible. You know, he's just calculating, okay, I need this much money to make sure everybody's... I just need to do 11 more deals with Tuco, and then I'm out. And now just like 3 months with Gustavo, and then I'm out. Or he has enough money now, but that $3 million was tempting. It's messed up because Saul told him, and Saul is totally right about this, is that Skylar, she fears the blowback. She can't, even though she knows what happened, she can't go to the police right now. She can't tell anyone in the family. If she tells Hank that Heisenberg has been, you know, under his nose the entire time, he's going to lose his job. You know, the reputation in the neighborhood, throughout the city. Everybody knows who Walter is. It's going to be a giant scandal. It's not going to be hush. The kids are going to have a miserable future if this secret is exposed. Walter Jr., he sees his father as a hero right now. That'll be gone. Not to mention the shady people Walter deals with that might snoop around the house. And Walter's like, he's essentially blackmailing her. After everything that he put her through, you know, like, he knows that she can't say anything. It's not that she can't go to the police. She can. Walter said, well, here's the phone. And she tried. Like, everyone's against her right now. She's scared to death and trapped. But she knows that things will resolve themselves quietly if she waits out Walter's cancer. That's messed up. She's no angel anymore. She can either wait it out, screaming in silence, living with him, or make Walter not love her anymore and make him leave on his own. Now she's using Ted sort of like a tool to get back at Walter. So like she's changed. And she's, you know, coming to terms with, like, accepting that she's a different person now. That I fucked Ted line, I see that just like when Jesse said, I'm a bad guy. You know, like, they both said it to Walter, but they were saying it to themselves at the same time, I think. Well, like, Skylar, this isn't something, you know, like, she, you know, I fucked Ted. It took Skylar a while to actually say something to Walter. Walter's just going about, you know, pretending like, oh, everything's okay. You know, before she's in the car, she's not even saying anything. She looks at Walter while he's making a salad. She's still not saying anything. She doesn't say anything for like a good minute. She just stares at him. I don't even know if she blinks. It's so, like, intense. Like her glare. She walks up to him, whispers, I fucked Ted. Like a secret. But for the first time, saying it aloud to herself. That's her admitting it. So that's where she is right now. And, you know, right now, this is Skylar putting, like, if this was a chessboard, Skylar just, like, put Walter into check. You know what I mean? What's Walter going to do now? It's his turn. What's he going to do with Ted? All this stuff kind of just happened to Ted. Walter Jr., it's cool that he's proud of his father's name. You know, Walter Jr., it's like, oh, he doesn't have his own identity. And he wants everybody to call him Flynn, but now, you know, he's proud of his dad. But it's just going to hurt that much more when, you know, the secret gets out of who Walter really is and who his mom is now. Maybe you can live with Aunt Marie. As long as she doesn't go to jail for stealing something. Still haven't, like, resolved that kleptomania issue of Marie's. And Marie knows that there's something up. She's sniffing around right now. She's gonna, like, try to get answers out of Skylar. This is what's concerning me right now, because Hank's like, Walter, he's probably just cheating on Skylar. I've seen it 100 times, babe. And Marie's like, if Walter's cheating on Skylar, she would say something. I think it's something bigger. I don't think she's gonna find out about Walter's, you know, he's cooking meth. I think Marie's gonna find out first about that, yes, there was cheating involved, but it was Skylar, not Walter. This is gonna blow up so bad for Skylar. Christ. Brace for impact! And Hank is a mess right now. His boss told him that, okay, Hank, you're free to go back to Juarez and, crack down on the cartel like you were earlier. And, Hank's like, yes, sir. Oh, that's fantastic, sir. Thank you. I'll get right on that. And he's just like, he's freaking out in his mind because he doesn't want to go back. And when he saw those two guys, like, I don't know what it was that they slipped each other. It was probably like weed or something. I don't know. Just like the smallest amount of crystal, maybe. He just went ballistic. He instigated that fight. So I see this two ways. He was venting frustration and fear, and he was just trying to stage it. Make it look worse than it actually was. Like, he used excessive force on those guys, and now he's going to get reprimanded. I think he just assumes it's just going to be another suspension, like before. But his partner, Steve Gomez, he's concerned. He knows that there's something up with Hank. Now Steve is Breaking Bad. He's covering for Hank. He's saying, oh, well, this is the story that we're going to stick with. And I didn't mention that you put your gun underneath your seat. And I don't know if they're going to trust each other after this. Like, would you put your life on the line knowing that your backup is, he's trembling in a corner? So maybe Hank is going to, he's going to break down at some point. Maybe you should go to therapy, man. So many people know where Walter, what he does now. Skylar's lawyer knows that he cooks meth. The cartel knows where Walter lives. They've been to his house. Tuco's cousins. Just waiting to do a hit on Walter. I wonder in these next episodes that Walter's going to find out that the cartel is after him. And that they know where he lives. Maybe Mike will say something to Walter. Or he might not. Because he already said, let's not mention this to Saul Goodman. So Saul's out of the loop. Saul can't, protect Walter if he doesn't know what's going on. Gustavo has given him some protection. And I'm expecting at some point, he said 3 months. 3 months, and then you're done. Walter's thinking, okay, maybe just 3 more months, and then I'll be home free. And Gustavo's like, no, in 3 months, your protection is gone, and Tio and the cartel can take revenge on you. It's just like, hey, you told us your recipe. So we don't need you anymore. I'm expecting that's what Gustavo's plan is that he's trying to get, Walter's recipe. So, over the course of 3 months, he's going to know how Walter works. Especially if he's supervised. So, we'll see. And then there's Jesse. Saul said, oh, well, I need you to get the master chef, who's, he's started this business from the ground up, single-handedly, by the way. And Jesse's like, that struck a nerve with Jesse. He's got something to prove. And he's going to prove it. He's been cooking this blue sky long enough that he should know how to actually, produce a perfect blue sky. He can start, his own thing now. He doesn't even need Walter anymore. Jesse's changed. He's no longer the, but, now he's going to show Walter, I don't need you anymore, man. Right now, I still think they're on good terms. It's just, if Jesse finds out that Walter, he had a hand in, Jane dying, then yes, he's going to go ballistic and go off and do his own thing. Either try to kill Walter or just, do his own thing and be a rival. Yeah, Jesse's changed. He's more focused now. Before, if you got into a fight with him, he would just be in your face, he's speak into the mic. But now Jesse's killing you with kindness. You know what I mean? He's he's being so cordial and so nice to his parents. And then he goes off and basically he blackmails them into selling the house to him. They don't know it's him. They think it's just an anonymous person, but he got his aunt's house. It's in his name, and they're trespassing, They can't do anything to him anymore. He's smarter now. That talk with the counselor at rehab really helped him out. The counselor said that, oh, I killed my daughter. And Jesse's like, well, how do you live with yourself then? And the guy's like, I hated myself for a long time. But, I learned to let go of the guilt, And it's just, Jesse, he's slowly accepting who he is now. That was heartbreaking when Jesse kept calling Jane's voicemail. And it cut out halfway through. He was like, this is 2008. He can no longer hear her voice. I think that was the last of the old Jesse Pinkman. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he interacts with Walter and Saul from now on. We already got glimpses of it. He's he's all business. And Saul's, he's treating him yeah, you're a young kid. You got hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash. The world is your oyster. And Jesse's like, do you want a job? He's just straight to the point. So, we'll see. Will Barry ever get out of going to summer school? This kid's tenacious, I'll give him that. Maybe Walter was a professional pizza tosser in a past life. You know, you can actually hear Jane's number when Jesse calls her voicemail. I wonder if anyone's actually, like, called in real life. Maybe he's eating more than gummy bears. He looks healthy now.
So, cigarettes and gas, $79.70.
You think I should just...
I owe you?
Come back later? I'm totally good for it. I'd come back, I swear.
I gotta call him. I'm sorry.
Wait. Hold on a second. Maybe we could, trade. Ever try it?
Oh, man.
I mean, I smoke pot a lot sometimes. I party.
He's trying to get more customers.
But that stuff's really addictive, right?
Not really. It's just a media thing.
Users are losers! Don't you want to be popular? He's not, he doesn't even care. He's changed. Jesse would be shaking. The old Jesse. No fear.
Ted Bennick, you cannot be serious. That guy is a joke. I called you. What does that even mean?
You dared me to tell the police, and I couldn't do it, so you win. If you want to stay in this house, fine, but we are not married.
God, I told you that I was done cooking that, Skylar. I promised you that. What? You at least I didn't have to go. Jesus, I mean, everything that I did for this family. Oh, and what is that supposed to mean?
You don't like it? Then leave and take your drug money
That's
with
what you
you.
want.
Jesus. Garbage disposal.
You think this will get me to move out? You can screw Ted, you can screw the butcher, the mailman, whoever you want. Screw them all! I'm not going anywhere.
Suit yourself.
Is this a good or a bad thing?
Jesus.
There we go. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Bennick is not available.
Come on.
Sir, excuse me. Excuse me.
Ted, I can see you. I can see you standing right there in your office. Now,
Just
come on.
say it out loud.
Open the door. Come on, let's talk. I just want to talk. That's all. Come on, let's be men about this, huh? Okay? How about that? Aha!
Hey, well, hold on. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
Oh, yes, you are. So open the door.
What are you?
I'm talking with you. Next time, you'll open the door.
Jesus.
Just, okay, all right. I'm calm.
Surprised he didn't say anything. I mean, he could have, but then, you know, Skylar could have said something too.
What the hell is wrong with you? You act like you're the first guy this ever happened to. I caught my second wife screwing my stepdad, okay? It's a cruel world, Walt. Grow up. Just cool it with this Bennick guy, at least for now, okay?
How do you know about all this stuff?
Because I think this is a great opportunity to channel some of that negative energy into something positive.
How did you know? Did you bug my house?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was your house, did I? You moved out. Let's not get lost in the who, what, and whens. The point is, we did our due diligence. She didn't talk. She kept quiet. She stood by you all, which, if you ask me, is the ironical silver lining here. I mean, on the one hand, sure, she snuck off the reservation to get some dirty, damp, and deep. On the other hand...
Mike's just not impressed. Oh, bumps rush.
You're fired! You're done!
Good. Oh, boo-hoo, I won't cook meth anymore. You're a crybaby. Who needs you? Hey, I'm unplugging the website, so no more money laundering. How do you like that?
I want those bugs out of my house today. I want them out now! Great line of work, by the way. Real upstanding field. Yeah, well,
Tell him about the cartel.
I enjoy it.
You're free to leave now. Anytime.
You know, Walter, sometimes it doesn't hurt to have someone watching your back.
Sir, we've been sitting here for 10 minutes and you haven't said anything. Where have you been? You didn't take the key.
Hi. What's up?
That's curious to hear.
You've been absent a lot recently. And when you are here at school, there have been some behavioral questions. And frankly, I'm concerned.
Getting a little close there.
Are you feeling okay? Well, hey! Walt, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, Walter's gonna pull a Skylar somewhere.
I want to go.
What about last time?
What about last time?
You were hiding in your room. Didn't speak to anybody.
Schrader. Hey, Sheriff. Blue, huh? Yeah. Thing is, I'm supposed to be getting on a plane right now.
Oh, shucks. Looks like I can't go.
Yeah, I want to talk to him. Taxi.
Did he just lose his job? Man, Walter. Now Jesse's picking him up. Were you just waiting there? Were you planning to wait there the whole day?
Good, right? Yo, did you just get fired?
No. Like a sabbatical.
Not asking you to cook.
I already did it.
What's this? In the end, I just went with 2 reflux condensers. I didn't want to lose track of my pH levels. But I did everything else just like you taught me. Super careful my amounts and watch the numbers every step of the way.
He's applying himself.
So what do you think? It's good, right?
What in the hell is this?
What?
What? This is my product. This is my formula. This is mine.
It's our.
Mine.
It's gonna cut you in?
Oh, you were gonna cut me in? No. I cut you in.
Yo, what the hell's your problem?
You know what,
All
Jesse?
I'm
You should just
asking
dye
is
it
to be a
pink.
set of meat.
Absolutely not.
Why?
I am not gonna lend my name to an inferior product. I mean, look at the diameters here. What did you use for reduction? Don't tell me. Platinum dioxide, right?
No. Mercury aluminum amalgam. The dioxide's too hard to keep wet.
All right, well, you must have done it wrong then.
Pride.
I gave out samples and everyone said it was the bomb.
Oh, they said it was the bomb.
Don't insult his
they?
intelligence again.
A bunch of meth heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should know, right?
Yeah, well, sorry. I can't help you.
Fine, asswat. You know what? I'll contact the guy myself.
Oh, yeah? Well, good luck, because my guy is a pro, and he doesn't deal with junkies.
Hey, you know what? Eat me.
Anytime, loser! Oh, hey! Hey!
Oh man, Walter. An inferior product. Superiority complex. Okay. You know what I realized? The last time she had the kid with her. So the kid was like in the house when this was happening. Ted's house.
My lunatic husband refusing to leave the house.
So we'll move in here.
And then my son hating me even more.
That'll pass. Something, I don't know, changed when you got sick or...
I don't know what changed, Ted. And I just don't feel really comfortable talking about it.
See if we can't find this M-named clown.
Are you gonna beat it out of people?
What? To lead.
Why are you here?
What? To Heisenberg. I told you it was only a matter of time before this guy booted up again.
And you're reaching. This stuff could be a knockoff or leftover from an older cook. How do you know Heisenberg's gearing up again?
How do I know? Because I know.
I don't get it. This is the reason why you're blowing off the task force? Chase down teeners?
I'm getting tired of all this second guessing. If you're not sufficiently stimulated by this investigation, do us both a favor and ask for transfer.
What is up with you lately? Starting bar fights? Turning down El Paso? And now this bullshit? Do you need to talk to someone or what?
Talk to someone.
What do you think? I'm crazy?
I'm not trying to step on your toes, bro, okay? Just worried about you. That's all.
Appreciate that, bro. Take your hand off my shoulder.
Ugh.
You had your chance. I told you to get him cooking again, and you blew it off, and now it's too late. The guy's gone mass maniac on us. All I wanted was to show you two your potential, and what do I get in return? A bone contusion. You want to see the scar? I wish you two had... Hi there. How in the hell did you get Walt
I made it. You know the guy who knows the guy, right?
But then Walter's not going to be needed.
Your friends were at his place again, by the way. They drew something on the street outside his house. A scythe.
Yeah.
Does the lawyer know?
Should he?
No.
You want this guy to produce again. Why not just tell him? You're the only thing that stands between him and an axe in the head.
I don't believe fear to be an effective motivator. I want investment. For now, I'm simply interested in time frame. He will live for the foreseeable future, yes.
Foreseeable, couple of years at least, barring acts of God and men with axes.
If he were to meet an unfortunate accident.
Do the deal.
Agent Schrader, you need to be calling me back ASAP. I've got Texas breathing down my neck and I'm not about...
What are you gonna do, Hank?
What is it? Drugs?
I'm just gonna come right out and say that you're a bad liar. Don't get me wrong. Not the worst I've ever seen. You look like a good kid. I'm not here to get you in trouble, but you need to tell me where this came from right now!
Jesus.
I never do stuff like this, I swear to God. Some guy, he came in a couple days ago and wanted to trade it for gas.
Some guys. What's his name?
Do they have
What do you look like?
Do they have cameras?
It's real important that I find the person that had these drugs. So if you can remember anything else.
Yeah, an RV.
Come on. Think. Come on now. Come on.
He drove an RV. Please don't tell my dad.
Please
I guess it didn't work. It might just be out of view. Well, actually, no, that's a pretty big, that's a pretty wide view. Walter Jr., so innocent.
These eggs are good, Mom.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know what's weird? Dad's website. It's been 3 days since the last donation.
People lose interest.
Oh, how long are you off for?
I probably pushed it, going back to work too soon.
You're lying again. Just like the daggers in her eyes.
Hey, so Dad can babysit now.
It's that clock sound.
Right? You won't have to take Holly to work every day.
Sometime, maybe.
This is like a game of... It's like a game of catch. You know, your turn, my turn.
You can seriously enjoy, yo.
Yo! Where's the other half, bitch?
Sorry about those missed calls, Chief. Change of providers and it won't happen.
He's probably going to get so close to catching Jesse.
I'm going to El Paso, Hank.
Hell yes! With pointy boots and bells on. Just I got this break in the Heisenberg case.
The blue meth, you mean?
First off, your typical Class C motorhome is going to grunt at least 5,000 pounds of interior fixtures, okay? We're talking appliances, furniture, built-ins, 5,000 pounds at least, okay? See how high that suspension's riding? No way, no how this thing's carrying that kind of weight. I mean, this thing has been cleared out and stripped down to its tight and curlies. For what?
It's no clear view of the plates.
Yeah, well, you can only get so lucky, right? But the fact that there's no front plate tells me it's likely New Mexico registration. I checked with DMV, there are only 29 of these early 80s bounders registered in the state.
Only 29.
Yeah. So I gotta go, you know, knock on some doors.
That'll take me a while. It'll probably take me till 10 years from now, until I retire.
So you're refusing to sign?
No, I'm not. I'll go. It's just, I need some more time.
You're not hearing me, Agent Schrader. You're out of time. Are you going to El Paso now? Tonight? It's a simple yes or no.
Come on, the hesitation.
No.
There we go.
But that's only because I'm really close to something big here.
Better get to it then.
News time 10:13. Our top story this hour, Donald Margolis, the air traffic controller, criticized for his role in the recent air disaster
Q.
in which 167 persons died, was rushed to an area hospital early this morning. Apparently the victim of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police won't say whether or not.
Your half. Green means go, man.
Okay.
The two of us are one, spending all our days in the Valley of the Sun. Pinkman, you can't escape Walter's shadow, man. And he did it himself, too. The diameter, come on. There's still some, like, old Pinkman, you know, slipping out here and there. But, like, the beginning, when Pinkman, like, the cop was behind him, you know, this girl, she's just, like, lost in his eyes, right? You know, he's so dangerous. The cop is right there, but he's gonna give me like this crystal meth. It's like, what do I do? I was like, damn, Pinkman. But yeah, he can't get out of Walter's shadow. How long was he waiting for Walter? The whole day. He did it again. Walter did it again. My bottle, my son, my territory, my product, my formula, mine, 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 mine. He doesn't even do it for a while and he still acts like he's still in the game. Man, Walter's the center of the universe. In his mind. Well, he was able to prove to Saul that he doesn't need Walter. But Gustavo, it's a whole nother story. He doesn't do business with junkies. Yeah, I don't know if Gustavo will ever do, like, real business with Jesse. Maybe Walter shouldn't have such high standards for his product, because it looks like he's getting paid all the same. It's like all that extra work for nothing. Maybe this will humble him. I don't know. You know, when they were yelling on the recorder, like, Skylar said everything that I thought she was going to say, you know? Like, she was dared, essentially, to call the police, but she couldn't. Like, this is the only, like, option that she had, and if you don't like it, leave. I don't love you anymore. We're not married. You can live in this house, but if you don't like it, just leave. You know, Walter saying, everything I did for this family. And, yeah, putting me through hell for... Or Skylar talking. Putting me through hell for, like, the last 10 months. You're doing that for your family? Like, keep telling yourself that, man. You just can't accept reality right now. That's just gross. I'm like, okay, the first time that she slept with Ted, like, Holly was, like, in the house, too. That's nasty. And Ted likes this. Ted likes this fiery side of Skylar. You know, Skylar's like, well, now, you know, everybody at the office is talking, and Ted, you know, he's just casually saying, well, they're all fired, baby. He didn't say the baby part, but you know what I mean. We're in this together. Like, the pot is boiling right now. It's like red hot. It's about to go off with Skylar. Everyone is against her now. Her family, I still think Marie's gonna find out at some point about Skylar and Ted, and then she'll be against Skylar, and then everybody at work is against Skylar and Ted. Like, they're gonna be talking. It's just like, she's gonna just snap at some point. Unless she just runs away with Ted in the sunset. And that's the last you ever hear of Skylar. God, that dinner table scene. Just like, you could see the tension. Reality is getting warped in front of Walter Jr. from the tension between Walter and Skylar on either end of the table. They're just like looking at each other, you know? Skylar's catching all these like obvious lies of Walter, just like these little jabs that he's doing to her, and Walter's doing the same thing, just throwing it right back. Back and forth, back and forth. So good. Won't somebody think of the children? Drawing a sickle or a scythe on the road must represent that, like, death god, or whatever it was that those Tuco's cousins prayed at that shrine. It also had a death scythe. It's like a cult. It's not just a cartel, it's a cult. There's a cult within the cartel. I thought he was on something for a second. I was like, did he try his blue sky? Because he just seemed like he was out of it, but I think it was just like the shock of, you know, fighting with Skylar and just like everything's crashing around him. That he just kind of, you know, entered a fugue state. Yeah, his partner's asking questions. This is a domino effect. Like, now his boss, even though he said, okay, looks like you got some work to do. And Hank's like, yes, sir. Or, no, he didn't even say anything. You know, he just putting his head down in shame. But, like, his boss has lost faith in him. Even if he comes close to, like, finding Heisenberg, it's like, we gotta talk, Agent Schrader. He's probably just gonna, like, be taken off right as soon as he gets, like, close to Jesse or something. He finds the RV. Maybe he'll go to Badger's cousin. It's like, oh, maybe Badger's cousin has blue eyes, and he'll get the crap beaten out of him. I guess Hank is going to find the guy who sold the RV to Pinkman in the beginning. That's Saul. It's funny. And Mike's just like, he sees Walter and Saul like fight like they're like little kids or something. It's hilarious. That was funny. And like Mike with like that like tired look on his face, just like doesn't even say anything. Just, you can't stay mad at the guy for long. You gotta call him. You gotta call Saul. And Mike just like that ominous like, it's not such a bad idea to have somebody watching your back. I think they're still going to continue to watch Walter, even without the bug in his house. Let's watch the next one.
I am
awake. What?
You are not how I remember you from class. I mean, like, not at all. Dude, this isn't even $7 grand. All right, my guy wants 85.
We're gonna go find the guy who sold the RV to Jesse.
You are a drug dealer. Negotiate. Buy the RV.
Who got the funds?
Oh, I got the funds. Hey, would you ladies like to meet my fat stack?
So he must have got the RV for like free. Old Jesse. You've grown so much. Oh, so Badger's still on probation.
Oh, I'm so dead. Oh my god.
What can I get for 20 bucks?
Oh, damn. Oh, I got like 1,400.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
They like going to the Waffle House.
Supposed to use that dude's money to buy an RV. Guy's blackmailing me.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Little mind. Yo, RV, yeah? I can hook you up, bro.
Do they just steal it?
Right on. Do I need to sign something or something? Nah, it's like a no paperwork type deal.
5-finger discount, yo. Oh. Classic. And thus a legend was born. I love an origin story.
Contractor talked me into it. Seemed kind of extravagant, but
Yeah, it cost me 20 grand of funneling money, but it was worth it.
could leave a few things here if you want.
I was sitting at a stoplight minding my own business when the kid threw a bag of money through my window.
Whatever, man. You owe me that money.
Let's talk about trust. I told you not to cook my formula, and you went ahead and did it anyway.
Because I never said I want to cook it. Because it ain't yours. It's ours. Plural, bitch.
This is not
Saul.
permission.
All I know is I got half the money I'm due, and you got the rest.
Escalating, you're escalating.
You know what? Escalate this. My meth, my money. I will be a one-man glass factory. I will rock that RV 24/7.
Now he's blackmailing Walter.
I say we call it a night. Come back with a search warrant.
I'm not letting the sucker on my side.
Yo, is he gonna sneak into Badger's cousin's junkyard? Hank has something to prove right now. Like, he just told... Like, he knows that his boss thinks that he's... Like, there's something wrong with him. He needs to catch Heisenberg right now to, like... save his rep. Or his boss is going to be like, you need to see someone. I'm going to take you off. You're going to be suspended indefinitely unless you go to therapy.
What are you doing?
You win some, you lose some. It's like, yes, I still got it.
Got a pack. Where you headed? Texas.
Yep. This is the second time Marie's done that. Maybe Walter will get that habit. Get packets of Splenda and flick them.
You know that you can talk to me about things, right? You don't have to go through this alone.
Do you ask me which lead bib to put on someone before you nuke them? Jesus, Marie. I made a decision. I'm not going through anything. Doing my job.
I would like...
I know. A condo in Georgetown, I know.
If you would let me finish, I was going to say I'd like to be included. That's all.
You worry about my career. My career's just fine.
Did you not want to go? I don't blame you. I just...
You late for work or something?
I mean, after what happened last time, it would make perfect sense for you to not want to go back.
I'm on to some important stuff right here, right now. And Mexico doesn't have a damn thing to do with it. Anyone who doubts that. I mean, I'm doing some actual good out here, and all I get are these bullshit accusations. But everyone thinks I was jerking off on this thing? Fine. But I'm on to something, I know it. You understand me? You hear me?
I'll tell you what I think it is.
I'm not going to read anything from him.
Ploy? A ploy to get me cooking again? Jesse Pinkman? Recovering or not?
You vouched for him previously. I took you at your word.
No. Let me be clear.
I trust him.
Let me be perfectly clear. Jesse was capable of working under my supervision. Trusting him with a solo venture? Well, that's quite another matter.
What does it matter? You're out, remember?
Anything other than a mediocre product. At best.
I am told his product was more or less consistent with the quality I had come to expect.
Oh!
Or less? More or less? Really? You believe I have some proprietary kind of selfishness about my own formula? Some sort of overweening pride, I suppose? That you think simply overwhelms me, clouds my judgment.
But it doesn't.
Absolutely not. I simply respect chemistry.
The chemistry must be respected.
Would you take a drive with me? I'd like to show you something.
Don't go with them.
So where are you? Are you at work? Yeah. Yeah, I'm at work. I shouldn't be much longer. Is that okay? You know, I love my little Pookums. You can leave her with me for the next 18 years as far as I'm concerned. Great.
She just might.
Are you sure you're okay? Sweetie, what is it?
How come I can hear birds in the background?
It's Hank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hank, what about him? Ever since El Paso, ever since... maybe before. Yeah. God knows he went through a lot down there. People blown up right in front of him. Blood everywhere. I want him safe. But I can't tell what he wants. He won't talk to me. He hardly even comes home. He works all day, all night, barely eats, barely speaks to me. It's like He's just not the same. He's not. Facing death, it changes a person. It has to, don't you think? I guess it's a changing world.
What is this? Your new lab.
Ah, the song's something out of Tim Burton.
My
Hey, respect the chemistry, respect the process, you know?
How did you know how to put this all together?
I had excellent help, as will you. My employees, to be sure, are well trained, trustworthy. I need 200 pounds per week to make this economically viable. You would choose your own hours, of course. Come and go as you please. So long as the quota is met.
What are you thinking, Walter?
Sorry. The answer is still no.
Why did you make these decisions?
For the good of my family?
Then they weren't bad decisions. What does a man do, Walter? A man
Provides.
for his family.
This costs me my family.
When you have children, you always have family. They will always be your priority, your responsibility. And a man provides.
A man chooses. A slave obeys. A man provides. Ah. Not enjoying that floor anymore? Now that you know that after Walter faced death, it changed him?
That place around the corner's pretty good.
I really gotta head home.
She feels like she totally misread the situation. It's too late. I was still loving that floor, huh? Not anymore. The damage is done now, Skylar.
Can I have the excuse?
To do homework or play video games.
I can multitask.
So polite.
You want to take her?
It's not a mistake. There's a beam splitting the screen between the two of them. Nice.
Welded onto the back of the house was his class.
Now Steve's the Chad of the workplace.
The right guy for the job. As the bean speak comes natural and all, you know.
Want to know how to say get bent in Spanish?
Still going native on me, all right? Yeah. Oh, hey, here. Know your enemy and all. That's a good fight, brother.
I mean, aside from the cash, I guess, did he keep it or did he return it? Oh yeah, it's the old money.
I just don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore, you know? I'm paralyzed. Like, if I take a step in any direction, I'm gonna make a spectacular mistake.
breaking news is I am sleeping with my boss, and I don't know why.
Wow.
Yep. It's a lie. I do know why. I mean, he's a lovely guy. He's a really good person, but I mean, it's not like we're ever gonna somehow, and I can't actually believe it, but my entire family sees me as some sort of my own sister, my brother-in-law, my teenage son tells me I'm a bitch. And you say, tell him the truth. Tell him about his father. But I can't. Ever. How could I? And this man that I'm seeing, you know, as wrong as I know it is, as much as I know I'm probably doing it just to make Walt leave me, it is the only thing in my day where I don't feel like I'm
Trapped? Drowning.
Your husband, the drug dealer, how much money?
I didn't count it. It's heavy.
Are you asking my permission to spend this money?
No. God, no. No, I'm just, just trying to just talk it through. That's maybe what he did.
He did it for the family, right? Well, guess what? That is one enormous load of horseshit. I'm gonna spell this out as simply as I can for you. You are a fool to stay in that house 1 minute longer. If your husband won't leave, then you go. You are now an accessory after the fact. You are culpable. You, your children, you could lose everything you own. Do you understand? All courtesy of this criminal you refuse to divorce.
I didn't marry a criminal.
Well, you're married to one now.
Oh. What do you want, Skylar? Now she's getting everything that she wants.
Hello, Walt. Good to see you. Please, have a seat.
It's like marriage counseling.
Mr. Pinkman, if you will. You're late. 10% of all future profits from his solo venture. It's money you get paid for walking down to the mailbox. Consider it a gesture of respect for your valuable contribution to the business thus far. I'm sure you'll agree that's fair.
It's charity, is what that is. I do all the work. He sits around on his fat ass judging people.
Hey, escalating. Stop.
Take it. Belongs to you.
You're damn right it belongs to me.
I knew I could count on you boys to play nice. That almost brings a tear to my eye.
Enjoy it. Spend it in good health. That is the last money you'll ever earn in this business.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
Rivalry.
He needs me.
You're telling me you're cooking again?
Yeah. Let's see, how should I put this? I'm in. You're out.
Whoa, Walt, hold on there. Hey, what was the offer, if I may ask?
Don't forget about your lawyer.
It's, $3 million for 3 months of my time.
What you're going to need that money laundered, right? I mean, of course. What was our deal before? 17%. Yep, that's a shade high. Yep, let's settle on an even 15. That's a nice round number.
5%.
14's fair.
5.
13. 5. For old time's sake, 12.
5.
I'm a reasonable guy. It's a short-term deal.
We go way back.
10 even, but I can't go any lower and still respect myself. 5.
Just happened. You're my lawyer, not his.
It's the way of the world, kid. Go with the winner.
Cook whatever you like. As long as it's that ridiculous chili pea or some other dreck. But don't even think about using my phone.
You just try and stop me, bitch.
Ugh. Pinkman knows the chemistry. He just got that replaced.
We're interested in an RV that's registered to your name and address. Do you have an RV?
I did. It was stolen months ago. I want him arrested. He ran with a bad crowd, but he was never a bad person.
Combo.
I thought he could turn his life around.
Who are we talking about, Mr. Ortega?
My son.
Christian Ortega. Is his nickname Combo?
Oh, no. The camera at the beginning. No. The rivalry has begun. This pride thing is a huge issue. Is it because Walter respects the chemistry? Or does he just think super highly of himself? He's got way too much pride. Walter Jr.'s website, that was you respecting the chemistry, right? Hank and Marie offering to pay for your security system, that was you respecting the chemistry, right? Everything is carbon to him. So he's accepted Gustavo's deal. Gustavo, he's calculating. He's tricking Walter. He's going to give up his recipe at some point. There's no way he can make that quota by himself. He's going to have help. It's a big lab. And all of his workers are people that he trusts. So I'm sure he'll trust one of them to let slip Walter's recipe. I can just see it the whole time. They're just going to be like wasting ingredients and just like materials because Walter, he's not going to say anything. And everyone's going to ask him, like, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? He's like, what are you, stupid? Why don't you use your head for a minute? Well, then tell me what your recipe is, man. I can't. Because you won't get it. You got to respect the chemistry. That's cerulean, not sky blue. It has to be sky blue. Look at how dense this is, are you nuts? All my chemistry students could do better than you, and I failed most of them. He just takes the whole tray, throws it on the floor. Now clean it up! Well, now Walter feels invincible, because he signed the divorce papers, and now, you know, he kind of feels like there's nothing to lose. I have cancer. I'm going to die soon. Bought myself a little time. I can make money for my family, but, you know, there's no point in living with them anymore. If Walter leaves, like, what's going to happen to the cartel? Like, they have that, like, they have his house. What if, you know, Walter's not there? Well, if Walter has Saul backing him up, like, why can't Saul just be both of their lawyers? Well, I mean, you know, $150,000 versus what, Pinkman? More people are going to learn about this. Jesse could just, I don't know, leak it online or something. Or tell Gustavo. He's not going to do that. He's just going to do his own thing. No. Pinkman's going to be huge. I can just see it. Maybe he's going to have, like, pink. He's probably going to dye it. Maybe Pinkman's, you know, chili powder. I don't know if he's actually going to do chili pea anymore, but, like, what if he adds it? And it just makes it better. But if Walter mentions that Jesse is, you know, he's a rival faction with the same product, more or less, that killed Walter on the inside. It's like, no, chemistry is not wrong. You're either right or you're wrong. Remember when he, you know, told Barry straight up? And Gustavo's like, it's more or less the same. It's just like that, like, just triggered something in him. It's like, more or less the same, huh? Okay, I'll show you the difference. So that's totally what, like, you know. And then, yeah, Gustavo's speech about, like, the family, but, like, what's going to happen after these 3 months? He's untethered now. Oh my god, this episode was a mess. He's doing what's right for his family. And he feels what's right for his family is to respect Skylar's wishes and to sign the divorce papers. This is what you wanted. And my kids will still be my kids. I'll still help them and provide for them. Skylar, you win. And Skylar, oh my god. Just a mess. How could she not see that before? all this stuff happened after he was diagnosed with cancer. I mean, 10 months of just like everything just being piled up, all these lies and all this secret life of Walter's is just like, things just got lost in the pile. And she finally realized after Marie said that, you know, Hank, he's not the same after he faced death. He's changed now. It just hits Skylar. It's like, she doesn't even know why she's sleeping with Ted anymore. Before it was to get back at Walter. And then what? What was her plan afterwards? Moving in with Ted? Living with him? Oh man, this is a mess with Skylar right now. And now her lawyer lady knows everything. She seems to be professional. I don't know if I trust her. But Skylar let slip that detail, the money. What if she let slip something even bigger? And then she'll just like anonymously tell the police. She might just do that in general. Maybe the lawyer lady will break bad too. Now what? She's gonna say, Ted, I'm done. We can't do this anymore. People at the office are already like saying things about her. She can't work there anymore. She got what she wanted with Walter. He signed the papers, but now she changes her mind because she knows that Walter did this for the family. Even though he told her, she didn't want to listen. It's not something that you can just be yelled at and screamed at. It's like, I did this for you. Why can't you understand that? It's a realization that she had to come up with on her own. And it took Marie and Hank in that situation to just like, you know, she's just thinking, what am I doing? And the lawyer lady, you know, she said it straight up. It's like, you're a fool. You're a fool to still be living with Walter, but like, yeah, she is a fool. And Walter Jr., he just, may I be excused? He's so polite, he doesn't know what's going on. Or maybe he does. Maybe him leaving was just a way of, you know, getting his parents to talk. Hank, he's closing in. Well, I hope nothing happens to Steve. Hank's gonna be, you know, he's gonna be destroyed. Okay, one more.
Have any thought about how we're going to approach this with Walter Jr.?
I think he gets it.
In the child support worksheet, you list medical, dental, childcare, transportation, housing, education, food, clothing.
That's right, all of it.
Walt. No.
Skylar, you wanted me out. I'm out, but I will provide for my family.
Not with that money. You'd be making us accessories after the fact.
Skylar, how do you think we've been paying our bills these last 6 months?
Ooh. My part-time job.
I'll take it.
Now, unfortunately, this one is the model, so...
Yeah, I like it.
Take the furniture too.
About it, I'll take it. As is. Name one thing in this world that is not negotiable.
Good. Now, I suggest that you add this to
Oh, no.
Yes, sir. Now, select freezing mode. Lock button off. Press and hold auto control until it beeps. Main bulb on. Main switch on. Give the compressor time for the needle to enter the green.
Stone face. Badger, what are you doing? Go home!
Check it, yo. It ain't cloudy or dirty or nothing. Just the right shade of blue.
Good shade.
Check out that crystal size, yo. If that bitch was any bigger, it'd be a Jolly Rancher. Go for it. Tried it like last week. I'm still coming down. Go easy. Hey, stop marking up my floors on that. Come on.
It's the Lord of the Dance.
Trust me, it's not gonna be like it was. Never gonna be like it was.
How's that?
We sell it safe, all right? We sell it smart. We don't get greedy like before.
Combo and all.
Still, man's got to make his living. If it's like Jesse says and we're not greedy, I mean...
Badger, you got arrested!
Step one, we build inventory. Badger, go see Clovis. Get the RV in shape, tune up, oil change, brake lights and whatnot. Cops always pull you over for brake lights, not us. Cautious. Oh, and you know that buzzer thing? Leave the key in the ignition and it buzzes. Whatever, just
Get that
have him
fixed.
Put in one of those too.
Ah, man.
Brandon Mayhew.
It's got a good memory.
Small world, Kirky.
There goes the crust again! He's getting ready for his first day of work.
I gotta stop going with Lewis just because you're feeling guilty?
I do feel guilty. I am the man that I am, son. You know what? Call me crazy, but I'm actually feeling very good about the future.
Oh yeah, did he speak to those two guys?
Morning.
They're back. I'm just wondering if we should maybe call the police or something.
Why?
You're doing nothing wrong.
It's like a bat cave. They should install a fire pole. And as he slides down, he's just decked out in all of his like lab coat and like thick glasses.
Mr. White, I presume?
Oh, yes. Hi. I'm sorry. I'll be right down.
Hi, Gail Bedecker.
Hi. You're my new lab assistant, I take it.
Yes, I am.
But first, I'm curious about this.
That's a little pet project of mine. See, in my opinion, it's all about the quinic acid level.
You're wrong! Sorry.
My God, that is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
Sumatran beans. And I also have to give credit to the group.
Don't use those other beans. You know, the ones that'll kill you?
Why the hell are we making meth?
They just spend the whole day making coffee. And then, like, at the end of the day, they're like, okay, 10 minutes before we go home. Oh my God, we didn't even get started.
Hey. Tell me, with the phenylacetic acid solution, you said 150 drops per minute for the first 10 minutes, and then 90 for the remainder. Why is that?
Well,
don't tell him!
My thinking is, by tapering the phenyl, you get a oilier aqueous layer, and hence...
Better benzene extraction.
Exactly. But actually, I prefer ether. I mean, I can't imagine we strike each other as criminals.
Oh. There's crime. And then there's crime. I suppose. I'm definitely a libertarian.
It's a crime if we don't do this for science.
At least with me, they're getting exactly what they pay for. No added toxins or adulterants.
Chili powder.
Love the lab. Because it's all still magic. You know? Chemistry? I mean, once you lose that,
It is. It is magic. It still is.
and all the while I kept thinking about that great old Whitman poem when I heard The Learned Astronomer.
I don't know it. Anyway, well, can you recite it?
Pathetically enough, I could.
All right, well. No, come on.
When I heard The Learned Astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and the diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I, sitting, heard the astronomer where he lectured, with much applause in the lecture room, how soon, unaccountable, I became tired and sick, till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical, moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. Yes, I am a nerd.
I'm a little suspicious of you, man. You seem a little too good to be true.
Hey, babe.
Are you ever coming home?
Maria, I'm working all right.
Did you find it? The RV?
No, working on it. So. Until he actually leads me to it or does something, I'm stuck here, Maria. So. Sorry.
Well, not to bring up ancient history, but I, for one, can think of someone who might know something. Possibly. It's worth a shot.
Yeah? Who? Hank, what's up?
Listen, I hate to bother you. I just had a quick question.
Shoot.
Now, I only ask this because I'm at a, dead end here, potentially. I'm working a case, and, so you gotta know that I would never put you on the spot or make you uncomfortable.
Hank, you could just cut to the chase.
Back when we lost you, and I was trying to track you down to your former student, Jesse Pinkman. Now, you know that I know that once upon a time he may have dealt you a little weight.
Hank.
Just know, and I so do not care about that. As far as I'm concerned, you never inhaled, okay? Like I said, cut to the chase. Do you remember if this Pinkman kid ever had an RV?
Why?
Well, it's a long story, but I'm personally of the opinion that he's moved on from weed and graduated to selling crystal meth.
Say something, man.
What? Swipe.
Hey, hello to you, too.
Listen, we've got a problem. A DEA problem.
Okay, I'm listening.
My brother knows about the RV.
What RV?
Our RV? The one which contains a meth lab? Which is covered with my fingerprints, ring a bell?
Okay, what exactly does knows about?
I mean, where do I go to make an RV disappear? I'm not David Copperfield.
What do I look like?
The RV disposal people? Did you not plan for this contingency?
No. Are you out of your minds? Why is this out in the open?
Who the hell are you?
He's Heisenberg.
It just says it.
The Drug Enforcement Administration. You've heard of them, haven't you? I know you have. They know all about this RV, and they're trying to find it right now. I want this off my property now. No. We have got to destroy the evidence. We've got to rig this thing to burn. Do you understand?
I hear you don't. Just get it the hell out of here.
Now listen to me. I need your help, okay? If I go down, we all go down. Do you understand?
All right, just... I know a better way. I know a guy that'll wipe this off the planet. No questions asked.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Hey, it's me. Want to hear something weird?
Listen to me. You get that address. Badger, I don't care how. You find out where he's taking it.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, gentlemen. These booths are for paying customers only.
Cynthia, it's okay. I'll handle this.
And how are you enjoying your meal today? Oh man, his face. Just sunset.
Recovery, right? Beyond recovery
I
means
got it. Beyond recovery.
obliterated.
Guess he hasn't changed his eating ways. It's getting plenty of sodium though. So all that's gonna get destroyed and Jesse's gonna have no lab. Ah, memories.
The hell you think you're doing? Huh? No, this is mine just as much as yours. You don't get a just. Oh God. What? What?
He's here.
Last chance, do it the easy way.
Got a warrant?
Well, I don't need one if I've got probable cause, counselor.
Probable cause usually relates to vehicles, is my understanding. You know, traffic stops and whatnot.
These round rubber things, those are wheels. This is a vehicle.
This is a domicile, a residence.
Ooh.
Protected by the Fourth Amendment from unlawful search and seizure. It seems to me you're just out here fishing. Don't see that holding up in a court of law.
You know a lot, man.
Yeah. Look at these.
Nice.
What do those look like?
So good.
Look like bullet holes to me. There's a firearm discharged inside of this domicile.
How could you have known that they were there before you took off the tapes?
How could you have known they were there before you took off the tape?
That's right. Probable cause needs to be readily apparent. Huh. Somebody in there.
I'll give you 3 seconds to get your ass out here. 1, 2.
This is my own private domicile and I will not be harassed. Bitch!
Of course.
Waited this long. Wait a little longer.
Nice.
It's me. We need your help.
Yeah.
Is this Mr. Henry R. Schrader?
Yeah, who's this?
Sir, this is Officer Elaine Tanner with the Albuquerque Police. Is your wife Marie Schrader?
Yes, why?
I'm sorry to inform you that your wife's been in an automobile accident. She's being airlifted to Los Ranchos Medical Center and should be arriving there shortly.
How is she? What's her condition?
I don't, have the most current information, sir, but I think you might want to get there as soon as possible. You're gonna have to start paying.
For a second there, I thought it was Skylar. I'm like, does this make sense? Nice.
Sorry?
I'm just checking in. I'd love to have some idea of whether I should cook dinner or not.
You okay?
Yeah. Why?
He's gonna blow! Gustavo, you have a lot of balls going out there. By yourself. I told you before. You will not kill Walter White. Not until my business with him is concluded. We've waited long enough. We won't wait any longer. You'll have to. The decision is not yours to make. Explain to me. Why this man White? He betrayed your son Tuco, yes? But he's not the one who murdered him. Was there not another man who pulled the trigger?
Un agente de la DEA.
A DEA agent.
Pero Bolsa dice que la DEA está fuera de límites.
Bolsa says the DEA is off limits. North of the border is my territory. I say. As a show of respect, I say yes.
El nombre de la gente es Hank Schrader. Que su muerte les satisfaga.
May his death satisfy you. Oh my god. It didn't even register. Like, when I just first saw the RV getting just, like, demolished, I was like, oh, is that Hank? I'm like, no, they're just destroying the RV, just getting rid of all that evidence. The RV, man. I thought it was going to stay around to the end. Well, maybe they'll get another one. That means Pinkman put in that buzzer for nothing. I bet we're going to see, like, a sickle, like, chalk drawing outside of Schrader's house. That's where Billy plays with his toy car. He just had that panic attack for nothing. He is furious right now. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Hank's broken right now. I don't think he's ever going to be better again. And he's so close to catching Heisenberg. And those two guys are after him. Hank's partner is in El Paso now. Marie's doing everything that she can to get something out of Hank. Get him to talk about his problems. Walter had Mike looking out for him when those two guys were, like, about to take Walter out. I don't think Hank is going to have that guardian angel. Walter still cares about Jesse. Or maybe he just cared about himself. Because, you know, Jesse would have said something. If I go down, you go down. There's a lot of anchors tied to Walter right now. And if one of those anchors drops, he's going down with it. And that guy... What's his name? Gil? I don't trust this guy. I see what you're doing, man. You're buttering up Walter just like he did, just like Crazy 8 did with Walter in like episode 3 of season 1. I see this guy, he's playing on Walter's, like, you know, his passion, his chemistry's magic, right? You know, just hearing them, and then they're going to get more, they're going to talk more. They're going to get to talking about, like, well, what do you think of this? Why do you do this? So, oh, ether, that's very interesting. I never would have guessed. How much of this, really? You know, it's just like, in the back of his head, he's just like writing it all down. He'll probably pass it off to Gustavo. I don't trust this guy. Hey, it's just business, buddy. I'm just a nerd. Gustavo's laundry mat might be a new, like, lab for Walter and Pinkman in the future. If things go south with Gustavo. I thought Gustavo was like gonna get like taken out right there by those two guys. He's going there all by himself. He's got no fear. He's got all the control right now. I love that stone face of him. You know, he's talking to the manager of his franchise, and he's just talking to her normally, and then, oh yeah, you gotta stock this. You know, it's just a switch happens, and they're staring back at him. He doesn't give any tell that he's like afraid or, you know, anything. Yeah, I love it. So Walter Jr. knows about the divorce. Walter's like, yeah, I think the future looks bright. It's like, Walter Jr.'s like, Dad, you gave yourself like a little bit more time, but like, you still have cancer. You're not gonna be here for Holly growing up. You know, just when he thought, you know, his family's getting back together, he's strategically leaving the dinner table just so that his parents can talk. And it sounded like it was very tame, the conversation. So like, he was probably thinking at that point, it's like, yeah, you know, everything's gonna be okay, but no, we're getting a divorce for reals. Skylar's having second thoughts. Right now, I see her, you know, she was playing with flowers in that lawyer lady's office. I just see Skylar playing with, like, you know, I love him not. I love him not. You know? I think she's going to try to, well, if she's going to be on her own, yeah, Walter's paying child support. He's paying literally everything. He's going to be a part of their lives. I don't think he's going to help Skylar out for, you know, herself. He's going to leave her as is with the money, but I think the lawyer lady's going to say something. And Walter will feel, you know, even more betrayed. But this time, you know, she had no intention of hurting him. And then the lawyer lady's probably just going to let it slip anonymously. We'll see. This is building towards something with Skylar's lawyer. I just know it. Or it's just somebody to talk to. Skylar doesn't have a whole lot of friends outside of work, does she? Marie and Ted, that's it. No more Ellie and Gretchen. Yeah, now she feels like she made like a giant mistake. It was a patient and well thought out, impulsive decision to sleep with Ted. She wanted to hurt Walter, but it took Marie telling her that, like, when Hank faced death, he changed. And it's affecting me. And Skylar just had that realization. It's like, yeah, you're right. When she said that, you know, Walter's changed too. So we'll see. Was she greedy when she looked at that bag of cash? Or was she thinking about it? She just came to the realization. It's like, what terrible things did he have to do this for us? So you could read it both ways. It's up to you, how you feel. Oh my God, Q. He went to the hospital, emergency, for a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Tried to commit suicide. So he's not in jail right now. But he's still alive. Maybe Walter will mention something. Jesus. We'll see if Pinkman sees him. We play it smart. Pinkman, Badger, Skinny Pete. Just stay out, man. You saw what happened to Combo when you guys got greedy. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, just deal from your house? You guys are already on probation. Like, Skinny Pete, this is your, like, excuse every single time. Yeah, man, Jesse, I'm, like, on probation. But you should totally, like, Glock those fools. Combo. And Badger's like, I'll use my sweet helicopter skills and crossbow hunting skills. Girls only like guys who have great skills. Maybe he's a good drawer, too. I'll use my Lord of the Dance skills. While you deal, I'll do a little dance. The RV. This is funny. I thought Jesse, like, changed, you know, when he was just, like, buying his aunt's house. The way that he was just, like, you know, he was so determined. He was so focused. He let his actions speak louder than his words. But now he's gone back to Pinkman. But Walter got him out of another jam. Another jam. Now he's going to feel even more indebted to Walter. Like he's already in Walter's shadow. And now he's acting like a big man, but he screws up so much. Live and learn, I guess. Badger just casually says, "This is Heisenberg." Come on, man. Stop screwing up. Oh, I love you, Badger. But you're a moron. We'll see. We'll see if Walter continues. He sliced up another sandwich. I think he left a little bit more than last time. We'll see if he picks up any more traits. Maybe he'll get a knife. And a bell. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. There's a foundation now for bigger things to come. Like, the tea kettle on the stove is boiling right now. Hank is about to explode. I don't think that lawyer lady is going to stay quiet. Skylar, what is she going to do with Ted? Walter and Pinkman's rivalry has begun. There's a hit out on Hank now. Just so many big things. I'm expecting these next couple of episodes. I'm gonna be white knuckled. The RV is gone. It's gonna hit me. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and just start crying. So just to answer a question in my comments regarding if it's better to do 1 hour-and-a-half long video or just like an episode at a time. Let me know what you guys want. Am I destroying your phones? I know I don't have the attention span to go through 1 hour-and-a-half. At least not in one go. So like, let me know if this is a good format. I'm gonna continue it until the end of this series, and then maybe for the next one, I'll try the one episode at a time. Maybe 3 times a week, instead of just like the one time for, 3 episodes, 1 hour-and-a-half long. So let me know. I'm starting to learn how this whole YouTube channel thing works. So yeah, guys, remember to stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.